Yo, YouTube, different style. Y'all not seeing my face. We on the highway, back from a function. That's okay though. I just wanted to hop on here and make this video to say, you will win, King. You will win. You will win. You will win, King. King, you will win. You will win, King. All right, listen. So, the reason I'm making this video today is I'm just leaving this party that I was just at. Birthday party celebration for one of my mans. And it was a formal gathering. You know, it brought out a pretty good select pool of talent. And, you know, ultimately it was an okay night. I was only there for like an hour. We got up out of there. Social battery ran low. And in situations like this, right, I find that either I'm relieved at how effective the work has been by the amount of attention and value validation that I'm getting from the opposite sex. Because as men, you know, we like the opposite sex, so it would be weird for me not to feel positive emotions if, you know, the opposite sex is validating me. You know, it's not to say my validation comes from the opposite sex, which is why I'm making this video to explain how my validation comes from the inner knowing and inner knowingness that I love myself and therefore I will win. And I didn't share the other feeling that I leave after these events tend to have, which either is appreciation for the work or disappointment in the lack of attention and validation. Right? And in this situation, it was the latter. It was the lack of. I mean, it's not to say that there wasn't. I mean, there's always, you know, at this stage in my life, there's always going to be some, you know, there's always going to be something there. But I truly feel like when I bust in the scene, it should shut the whole scene down, like on some, like, you feel me? And not because of the fame or the status or the money, but because of the energy, because of how, you know, energetically and just ultimately attractive I am as a personality, as a person, you know, intrinsically is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, I'm in this party, some girls there, some different things going on. Trying to talk to some of them, you could just see that they, you know, wasn't all the way there, trying to get away, or, you know, he was kind of just overlooked in the crowd of people. Felt like he blended in, and you know, it's just not a good feeling when you work so hard on yourself to win. But I didn't make this video to get bitter. I made this to ultimately push the brand forward, push my things that I'm doing in my career, my life forward, and hopefully motivate somebody out there to let you know that it's okay because you will win. And the reason you will win is the choices that you make, because life ultimately leads to the choices that we make. And the choice I made was to leave early. Yes, the social battery ran low, but I also made the choice to leave early because the end of the day, tomorrow, Monday, and it's 9:45, 9:30ish, and I need to be to bed by 10 so I can wake up at 5, 10:30 at the latest, so I can have a good workout tomorrow, so I can have a good day tomorrow, so my mental can be sharp, so I can be on point, so I can make my bread, so I can get more in shape, so I can level up. And trust and believe, bro, although there may be ups and downs on the journey, you know, you go to this party, you don't receive it. At a previous party, you might have received a ton. You know, these things ebb and flow. In the middle, if you focus on the day-to-day. But if you focus on the decade, if you focus on the 10 years, if you focus on the consistency, if you focus on just showing up, if you focus on just keep doing the thing and the power will come, then the win is inevitable, right? Because at the end of the day, King, every queen deep in their being wants a king. And whether they come to that awareness or understanding earlier in life, later in life, they will come to that understanding. Just like every man knows in his heart he deserves and should have and needs a queen. And whether he comes to that understanding earlier or later in life, he will come to that understanding at some point in time. Now, why do I say this? Well, I say this because if you keep becoming a king, you have no choice but to eventually attract a queen. So you just must continue to take the right actions, the right choices to continue to develop the king nature about yourself. And you will achieve the goal. The problem comes when we get bitter. We think that today equals tomorrow. And we look at the experience that we feel today as a telling of how we're going to feel tomorrow, when that's just not the case. You know? It's just not the case. It's just not the case. But what is the case is that life goes on, gentlemen. Life goes on, queens, if you're watching. And when life continues to go on, you know, time tells all. And if you just keep doing the work, this is just a motivational video to say, just keep doing the work, you will win. You will get the girl. You will get the money, the attention, the validation, and most importantly, you'll be proud of yourself. And when you're proud of yourself, God is proud of you. And that's all that we're doing this life thing for, is so we can make God proud. And the best way to make God proud is to have faith in future outcomes. Have faith. Jesus spoke about faith. Faith in the future outcome being net good. You know, a lot of times people frown upon their desires and say, you know, this desire isn't good, or where does this desire come from? But desires aren't bad. Desires are from God. And we should have our desires. And we may come into an awareness level of we want different desires, and that's okay. But it takes experiencing other desires to get to the awareness that you may want different desires. Or other people's experiences of getting those desires and them telling the story of how that made them feel. You know, this life thing is simple, man. It's all awareness. And the best awareness that we can have is that self-awareness. And the ultimate level of self-awareness is being able to assess how we feel at any given moment of time. And then making a decision about how we feel that's either negative, destructive, or positive, constructive. And those choices lead up to accumulated life over a certain time period, right? So, hope y'all are doing well, man, on this journey. It's the first of the month. Hope y'all enjoyed this new style of video, not showing my face and just ranting and talking, but I feel like it was valuable. If y'all really listen to the message. You know, this could on the surface seem superficial and saying that, oh, Javian cares about validation and attention from women, and that's why he's making this video and he didn't get it, so he's butthurt. I think it's deeper than that. On the surface, that might be there. But the deeper feeling is a building of faith that I will win in the end because I'm thinking right, I'm feeling right about my circumstances, and I'm ultimately making the right decisions that's going to continue to develop me into the person that God wants me to be, who God has designed for me to be, and how he's designed humanity. And at a certain point, that's irresistible to everyone. It's irresistible to those business deals that you want. It's irresistible to the women that you want to make your wife, to potential wives. It's irresistible to society as a whole, to your community. So just keep working on yourself and become irresistible. Become irresistible to your goals, and you will have them. Catch y'all in the next one. Yee!